What if Naruto mastered the arts of Genjutsu? Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back, as you guessed from the title, with another interesting short movie. Yes, it was supposed to be a story, but I'm remaking the intro because it turned out to be a short movie. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun making this, and yeah, also, I am sorry that I'm not making your suggestions or recommendations. It's not that I'm not writing them down. I am. It's just whenever I try to make a sense out of these or maybe even combine these two, I always end up with something different altogether. That if I don't get out of my system, it will bother me into restless nights and even, later form in the form of regret, meaning that I overthink a lot. So, yeah, enough of my habits and all that. That is why you're not here. You're here for the story. So I hope you guys enjoy this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I promise the next one will be yours. I promise. Anyways, enough said. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I said that a lot. And follow me on my Apologia channel as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins 8 years after the QB attack in Konoha Gakure no Sato. On a sunny morning, inside a rundown apartment in which we see an 8-year-old was seated on a dining table, enjoying his cereal bowl with milk. And after checking it down and wiping out his face, he had a toothy grin plastered on it. And he said, "Alright, time to head out," and began to make his way towards the door. After making sure that he has closed off the door and windows of his apartment, in which he lived alone, the young boy set his sights towards the village and began to move towards his destination. It took him 10 minutes of walking throughout the streets as the people's gaze turned sour when their eyes fell upon him. And the boy heard along the lines of, "Look, there he goes again. What is that thing even doing here? Oh my god, look at the gal of showing us that vicious smile of his." But the boy didn't care of what the people had said, because today was an important day for him, and he was not gonna let anybody ruin it. He was starting the academy, the Shinobi Academy, where once he sets his foot in, he was gonna come out as the next Hokage. Or that is what he thought, at least, because once he got to the door, the Chunin that was standing there stopped him. "What? Why are you stopping me? I have the permission and everything. The Academy has decided with the anonymous vote as well as the council's backing that you are not going to be studying here." "What? Then where the hell am I supposed to study?" "Take that to the Hokage. This is the letter that I was told to give you, Naruto Uzumaki." As the boy revealed to be Naruto Uzumaki stood there frozen. As he was handed the letter, he opened it and read it as he could. "What? What do you mean that I'm not allowed?" "It is as I said. Can't you hear?" "Allow me to repeat myself then. The Academy high officials and the council members have decided that you are not fit to be in the Academy. You are a risk of danger." "What? Why?" "As I said, bring it to the Hokage. We are in no obligation to answer you." And so, turning on his heel, the boy's mood was now sour, as he turned towards the next destination. But now as he passed through the people, the same one that didn't matter to him before, his mood was turning worse and worse. Like they were doing this to him deliberately. And just seeing off his pissed off expression, they were quite happy and even mocking. Something must have pissed that monster off. Well, looks like it's our good day. Ugh, why does that brat look so pissed? Did someone shit in his pants or something? As the people mocked along the lines, he still ignored them the best he could and arrived at the Hokage office, where after fighting off his assistant, he finally entered the Hokage's office without knocking. There, seated on the desk, was the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, the old man who was looking exhausted. But seeing Naruto, he tensed a bit before relaxing. "Naruto, my boy, what can I do for you? Why the sudden visit?" "You know too well, old man. What is the meaning of this?" said Naruto, slamming the note that he has received from the academy onto the table. Well, seems like you cannot study in the academy, Naruto. Even the daimyo has approved of this. What? What do you mean by that? The daimyo has approved of this. You see that red stamp over there? That means that you are not eligible to become a shinobi or learn any ninjutsu or taijutsu arts. Why? Those two are the cores of becoming a shinobi, right? Yes, of course, but those two are not the only ones. As Hiruzen stood up, what do you mean by that? Leave us alone for a moment. As the Anbus in the shadows moved, as the door closed shut and Hiruzen activated a barrier seal. The council behind my back did this. I know you are pissed, but so am I. So you're not gonna do anything? I can't, I'm bind, Naruto. But the note does mention that you are forbidden to learn only two branches of the shinobi arts. Ninjutsu and taijutsu. But those two are the only ones that matter. No, they're not. People have mastered the other sides, such as healing ninjutsu, then there is Kenjutsu and Fuinjutsu arts, and finally Genjutsu. You can learn Genjutsu best, my dear boy. Because of your habits of pranking and getting away, I think it would suit you better. Why? Think of it like this, Naruto. You would be able to put everyone in illusion and just walk right in and out without any consequences. That is, if that Genjutsu is strong. You mean to say that I don't have to fight? Yes. A Genjutsu master, a strong one. He is quite more dangerous than any shinobi out there because he, at his peak strength and a lot of chakra, can place a whole shinobi or Anbu squadron even under a Genjutsu that are aiming to kill him, and he can dispatch of them with a single knife. A pocket one at that. Are you sure that Genjutsu masters aren't a myth? We have a few. They are good, but not great. Gurina Yuhi, for example, one of the Genjutsu mistresses we have. Itachi Uchiha was one of the great ones. He unfortunately defected after killing his family a few months back. Oh, I remember the Uchiha massacre. Yes, the Uchiha massacre. That is why I want you to become the Genjutsu master, Naruto. I will give you the tools, but you will have to learn on your own. Learn also the Fuinjutsu arts because they will help you in the future. And if you want to, how about picking up a knife or so? Or maybe a katana? I'll think about it, but what's the point of all this? Because I won't be able to become a shinobi. Then who says that you have to become a shinobi? I want you to become a mercenary, Naruto. A mercenary? Yes, someone who is hired by other villages alongside Konoha. You will have freedom, and they, alongside even the daimyo, can't stop you. So, like, I'll be on my own. Yes, but Konoha's backing is with you since you are born here in Konoha. This will help you, Naruto. As soon as they made this known to me, I already was planning this, because I always think one step ahead. What they thought was going to be the destruction of your future was actually a present for you in disguise, because you, unlike the others, will have more branches to cover. Branches that will help you out to grow into your own legend. And I'm gonna make sure that I do, because I, as you want, to watch the smirks wipe out of their faces. So I want you to study and stay quiet. Alright? So when do I begin? Now! Here are your tools that you need, said Hiruzen, bringing them out from under his desk. Take them, go to your apartment, and stay there. I will be the one personally bringing you anything you need. Alright? Aye. Thank you, Gigi. Good. Now you can leave. And so Naruto, taking those tools, returned back to his home. The whole way back, the people as usual mocked him. Even went past through the academy where he saw his friends Shikamaru and Choji seated. But they were looking at Naruto with a confused expression. Naruto just waved at them while smiling and left, because Naruto smirked. This ought to work. If I really can become someone who doesn't have to fight, then why not? And so, time began to pass by. At the age of 13, in the Shinobi Academy, the next generation of Genins were being tested. Those who were being qualified, at least, to become Genins, and amongst them was the class of Iruka Omino, who has been teaching a bunch of children who were quite important to the village and its future, because amongst them were the clan heir's children and the lost loyal Uchiha, and some promising civilians as well, and they all have mastered their family arts to some extent, so much so that they were ready to be graduated. But on the day of graduation, when the final test was being conducted, it was in Sarutobi arrived, with a kid in tow. I'm sorry to interrupt, Iruka, but I'm here because I want someone to be tested out of their skills. This is Naruto, everyone. Naruto Uzumaki. Hello, everyone. Hey, Shikamaru, Joji. Ugh, you have to go and say our names, don't you, Naruto? Where have you been? We've been missing you all this time. Glad to see that you at least admit that you missed me. Anyways, I'm here for my test, as you are aware. Oh, on what? He didn't get to study in the academy. Why does he get to have a test? It's simple, Kiba. Because I'm the one who personally trained him, said Hiruzen, shutting Kiba up. So who is up for the challenge and task? How about Sasuke? You're the rookie of the year of this class, right? As Sasuke nodded. And now we cut to the scene where they were standing opposite, facing face to face in the backyard of the academy. Alright, this will be a sparring session. The one who is done first will be the one to win. And so now we see Sasuke and Naruto stood in front of one another. Ready? Charge! As Sasuke dashed as fast as he could, doing a leg sweep instead of punching Naruto, faking it, and Naruto was falling down onto the ground. And then what followed suit was 3 punches to the face and a kunai to Naruto's neck. Surrender. Why? It's only begun. As Sasuke continued to punch again and again until his knuckles turned red, but Naruto continued to laugh at his face. Is that all the mighty Uchiha can give? I thought you might be stronger than that. Sasuke was enraged, so much so that his eyes turned red with tomos in them. His Sharingan was awakened. But Naruto continued to mock him and even yawn while laying down. As suddenly Sasuke froze. He couldn't move his body, and he felt something cold on his neck that was turning quite warm instantly, and it was quite sharp. As suddenly Naruto dropped one hand seal and was standing behind him, while Sasuke was on the ground on his knees and his hands and feet were tied, and a kunai was to his neck. What happened? I was beating you. How did this? You were beating nothing. You were just standing still, making my job look like it was a piece of cake. What did you do to Sasuke-kun? You cheated. Cheated? No. I used Genjutsu. You were beating me in your dream, right? My dream? Yes. You even activated your Sharingan while beating me. Typical Uchiha. Unhand me. This instant. You made a mockery out of me. I will have council know about this. Why, Sasuke? This was a fair match. And in the shinobi world, do you expect your enemies to fight fairly? What Naruto has displayed is one of the skills that are quite important for everyone to learn, yet everyone ignores, because you all chase glory and fame, because that is what ninjutsu and taijutsu bring you the fastest. Well, skills like these that Naruto has mastered, they're quite hard to learn, but once learned, they can make you quite lethal. Sasuke was doing everything right, but in his dream and trance-like state, Naruto was manipulating it and wanting him to see what he wanted to see. Well, Naruto, all he had to do was walk in front of him, tie him up, and voila, he was done. You passed, Naruto. You will get your headband, and then you will be on your own team and be taking missions solo as an active mercenary affiliated with Konoha. What? Hokage-sama, what do you mean by that? Said Iruka as everyone else was also confused. Naruto wasn't going to be a shinobi, but a mercenary? Yeah, I get it. So when do I begin? tomorrow, my dear boy. Meet me in the council chamber because the council would want to know. Isn't that right, Sasuke? And so now we see the council and the whole village was aware that the monster Naruto Uzumaki, the prankster from hell that they shot down all those years ago, was back. And he had a few tricks up his sleeve that would literally make mockery out of them. Once arrived inside the council chamber the next day, we see Naruto was wearing his traditional orange jumpsuit, but the only difference was instead of wearing the headband over his head, he was wearing it on his shoulder with a red sleeve instead of a blue one under the metal plate, indicating that he was a mercenary from Konoha. So, mind telling me again what's so special about this boy? Said Danzo Shimura. As Naruto then said, allow me to answer, Danzo-sama. I am a Genjutsu specialist, somewhat of a fluent jutsu master, and I only use knife as my primary weapon. And rope. Yes, never forget the rope. Is that all? Genjutsu is weak. It is only strong when you are facing a weaker enemy. It will never work against someone who is stronger. Is that so? How about you test me, since you are quite strong and have more experience? I am someone who has survived 3 wars, my dear boy. I am way above your league. Then why not test it out? I mean, I am quite, as you say, cocky and confident in my techniques. I want to be humbled. And who else than you? Fine then, said Danzo. He wasn't smart because he knew Naruto was playing Danzo like a fiddle, something that Danzo didn't even realize himself. And once Danzo tried to attack, in front of everyone he just stood there in a trance-like state, while Naruto moved towards him, helped him down to his knees and ties his hand and feet behind his back while placing, without the care of the world, a kunai to his neck. And then Danzo was out of his trance-like state. What? I was beating him. What happened? Where's the destruction? As Danzo calmed his nerves, he realized. Oh, you were able to cast a Genjutsu on me. Yes. I want you to free me then. And so Naruto did. But Danzo tried to attack only for Danzo to realize that he was yet trapped in another Genjutsu because Naruto was seated. He didn't even move, while Danzo was standing there. Danzo, I think that Naruto has proven to you that he is much more capable. So you mean to say that everything that I saw was, yes, a Genjutsu within a Genjutsu. I called it layer Genjutsu. Meaning that you believe that you have come out of it, but in fact you are trapped. I know what you are saying, Danzo-sama. That Genjutsu arts and the other arts are quite weakened when it are facing the arts like Taijutsu as well as Ninjutsu. But if we work with our mind and a little bit of creativity, you can weaponize these things much more dangerously. It's all thanks to Gigi over there that I was able to see that. And so Danzo then said, I approve of this. This needs to be studied. You will be doing missions as mercenary, right? I'll be sure to keep an eye on you, Naruto Uzumaki, and also make sure that you do some work for me. Thank you. I appreciate that. If that is all, then I will leave. Wait, said the others, but Danzo raised his hand. No, that will be all. And once Naruto left, now we see everyone look towards Danzo. He placed 2 Genjutsu on me. Not one I was able to get out of. Do you realize just how dangerous that technique was? And how efficiently, without any consequences, that he played through my mind? I am someone who is considered a veteran and have experienced with Genjutsu, but this is on a next level. If Konoha is producing something akin to that, then I am all for it. After all, the interests of the village should be looked after. And Naruto over here carries something that we all have missed for too long in younger generation. The will of fire and the will of creation that was dead, thought to be, with our sensei. Don't you think so, Hiruzen? That is true, my dear friend. That is very true. Now, since you have created the daimyo's with the daimyo's help the document that he can't learn the other arts. The daimyo was specific, so he didn't learn those. All he had to do was learn and bend the other arts just enough so that he doesn't need to learn the ones he was banned to learn. Now, if that is all, then you can leave. And so they did. Naruto was doing some mercenary missions which were to capture and retrieve back those who were, well, missing nins, as well as some deliveries while avoiding the bandit camps and helping out someone who was being robbed by bandits, earning a name for himself as the Genjutsu master of Konoha. Team 7, with Naruto's replacement as Sai, was doing their own missions and now were trapped in Land of Waves. Naruto, who has just returned from a mercenary mission, was called there after getting his payment. It was Hiruzen Sarutobi who called him. What is it, GD? You know just that I just returned, right? It's Team 7. They were sent on a C-rank mission to the Land of Waves, but something has gone wrong, Naruto. 20,000 Ryus. I'll do it. Fine. It will be given to you. But know this. There are Zabuza and Mochi seen there. That is why I said 20,000 Ryus, because I will get them out from there. The bounty of his head and the others, it all belongs to me. Obviously, it all belongs to you. As Naruto left, we see Danzo arriving there. Don't you think that he's getting a little bit greedy? In case of money, yes, but aren't all mercenary like this? I guess so. Plus, I'm happy. Naruto has adapted into his new life. He isn't a shinobi, but yet he is loyal to Konoha. And he's working as a mercenary, which is quite good for me as well, since he, for money, can take jobs from me. What kind of jobs you want? Recon. With his abilities and skills, he can just walk right in and take what are necessary documents from within. Or copy them, if he's good enough, without raising any suspicions and return back. In this way, we will be 2 steps ahead of our enemies. Know what? That is quite right, Danzo. Very right indeed. As now we have a weak time skip as Naruto arrived inside the Land of Waves only to find that the Team 7 was fighting Zabuza Momochi and an ice user. Naruto arrived and casted his Genjutsu, causing Zabuza as well as the ice user to freeze. Naruto helped out the Sasuke was trapped in Ice Dome and the others. As Kakashi looked towards Naruto. Why are you here? I was sent as backup. I'm told to escort you back, but before that, I need to take care of them. They're not the ones you should take care of. That's Zabuza Tazuna. What? Why? You're their assignment, right? Tazuna the bridge builder. Yes, it's Gato. As Tazuna explained everything to Naruto, from there onwards what happened and how it all went down, now Naruto had a choice. Act as a merc and take money for his job, but there's something within him told him that he shouldn't. It was not the time. Fine, I'll do it. Look, I can't pay you that much, but I will try my best to pay as much as you can. You don't need to. I'll just take the loot from his, well, where he resides. Can you tell me where he is? In the meantime, these two, after tying them up and placing chakra suppressors on both of them, Naruto left, are in your care. Huh? What? You! Genjutsu Master, Naruto Uzumaki. Mark from Konoha. Should have known that you would be the one behind this. Playing dirty. It's Shinobi World. We all play dirty. And you should always expect the unexpected. Don't roast me with that academy line. Oh, but I did. And you fell for it, even. Dipshit, deal with it. Aku, get me out of here. I'm trying. But I can't. Don't try, Zabuza. You won't be able to get out of here. And besides, I'm gonna turn you in and get your bounty. Think this is over, brat? Yeah, pretty much is. And so Naruto began to leave and went towards the hideout, while Zabuza yelled from behind. Once arriving there, Naruto then said, "Alright." Naruto made a few hand seals. Expansion. As a chakra burst was released, Naruto could sense each and every insect, even the breaths of human and voices, in that expansion technique that he had created. Alright? 150 men, huh? Excluding you, Gato. Fine. This ought to be fun. Genjutsu. 1000 meters. Broken. Naruto has just used his second biggest technique. 1000 meters broken. Which meant 1000 layer of Genjutsu was placed on them. Naruto could walk there, party, even sleep, or even literally slap them across the face and they won't get out of it. So, Naruto ventured inside using a knife. Alright, little buddy, time to use you. Tell me, I'm gonna hate myself. Naruto one by one began to slit their throats, just walking casually, checking each and every doorroom, and after doing so, he finally arrived inside the Gato's office, taking care of him and cleaving off his head. Oh, my clothes. Oh, this is so disgusting. And placing his head like a carved out cake or pumpkin on the table. Then he began to check to see if there was anything, and he found something. Something that was filled within a huge vault. Oh my god. There were literal stacks that were towering one after the other of Ryus. Huh. If I want to, I can retire myself now. Naruto took 100,000 Ryus only, and as for the rest, he placed a scroll, and they all went away in a puff of smoke. I hate myself when I am like this. Naruto grabbed the head and began to walk out. Once he did, almost forgot. Naruto released it, both of the techniques, as one by one everyone began to fall down to the ground. As Gato finally realized that he was dead, his face twitched for a moment as Naruto looked disgusted. Ugh. Jeez, I hate when that happens. And Naruto walked towards the village. As Tarzan and the others were waiting for him there, Naruto placed the head down like it was carved out pumpkin and handed him the scroll. Open it when you're inside, and help the village out with this. Thank you. We don't need the scroll. You need it, trust me. Just open it when we're gone, and inside your home. Okay? Fine. And after that, they stayed for a night and began to leave with the prisoners. Naruto turned them both Zabuza as well as Haku in and got their bounty as well. Naruto was rich and he was making sure that nobody was able to take away his retirement funds or his other funds as well. While Naruto left, back in Land of Waves, Tazuna opened the scroll and found out piles of money within with a note. Took 100,000 Ryus as payment. Don't need to pay me a cent. Here, take the rest. Help out yourself. As Tazuna was shocked, he counted for almost an hour the whole money. It was 900,000 Ryus, meaning Gato was sitting on 1 million Ryus there. This could help out their all famine and other worries. Tazuna cried, thanking Naruto. While back, Naruto debriefed Hiruzen of his events and what he has done. And then he was told, the daimyo wants you to do our job for him. It's going to be hit and run. You are to go kill an official who was betrayed the land of fire and has gone towards the land of snow. Naruto went there, only to find out that there was a rebellion going on there and Hyoki, the actress, was in fact the princess and she was trying to flee. Naruto bumped into her on his assassination mission after assassinating and alerting everyone. What are you running away from? And can I get your autograph? As after explaining the situation, Naruto facepalmed himself. Why? Fine. And what he did was use the two techniques again. His second strongest technique and the expansion. With that, Naruto casually walked, slitting throats like they were pieces of cake, and then he deactivated both of the techniques, causing all of them to die out in gruesome death, and stopping the rebellion at its track, and giving the whole land to its rightful heir, and winning an alliance for Konoha, a bigger one because Snow Country was technically the most technologically advanced country. And so, Naruto returned, and his fame was getting wider because people and other mercenary groups were now aware that a solo mercenary was much more capable and reliable because he has stopped a coup on his own. And not only that, he has helped out the Land of Waves as well, alongside the Snow Country, and also has done a lot of work for Konoha and the Daimyo of the Land of Fire as well. The other daimyos were quite interested, the other villagers and their leaders were quite scared because he was affiliated with Konoha. That could mean one thing, another legend was on the rise. But unbeknownst to them, Naruto was already considered a legend. While this was being going on, Naruto returned back to Konoha to a much worse situation. While he was away, the Chunin exams was going on. Since it didn't affect him because he was a mercenary, Naruto returned to his GG being dead. And the one behind it was Orochimaru. But he also met with someone, Jiraiya, who had arrived and told Naruto that he was student of the third, and both he and Naruto must go and find where Tsunade Senju was. So they arrived. Naruto, instead of challenging her, casted a Genjutsu and made her lose a bet. Once done so, she returned with Naruto willingly, because if anything Tsunade was, she wasn't a cheat. If she loses something after betting on it, she would meet and see to the end of it. While returning, Naruto and Tsunade bonded, and Naruto saw someone who he could call family within her, and also bonded with Jiraiya. On return, Tsunade retook the role of the 5th Hokage and the active medic, while Naruto continued his work as a mercenary. While doing so, Sasuke Uchiha, who had gotten a hiki from Orochimaru in the Chunin exams for what Naruto was debriefed of, decided to run away after trying to murder his teammate Sakura Haruno. Naruto was pissed because he was the one to send after him. So he met Sasuke at the Valley of the End face to face again. Here we are again, Naruto. I know your tricks. I know what you're capable of, and this time I won't fall for them. As his hand began to glow with lightning. Cool shiny technique you got there. As Naruto and Sasuke begin to clash and begin to fight in taijutsu. After doing so, both of them moved on to the ninjutsu as well. Sasuke was pushing hard and was winning even in each and every sector. In the end, he was able to stab Naruto straight through the heart with the Chidori. I win this time. You're weak in every sector than me. Yeah, that might be when it comes to ninjutsu or taijutsu. Heck, even your Kekigenkai. But you forgot about one thing. What? I am a Genjutsu specialist and never was trained in these arts. And at that moment, Sasuke realized this was a Genjutsu. But he tried to get out from it. He felt shock, electric shock on his back, as now we see Sasuke was tied, both hands and feet as well as legs. And even chakra suppressors placed on him, as Naruto has used a lightning sealed Genjutsu seal on him. Punk thought that I was gonna play fair and play by his book rules, and forgot that I was a Genjutsu master. Now, isn't that time to get out of here, Orochimaru? And you too, his little puppet, Kabuto. As both of them who were watching from afar disappeared because they realized that Naruto was in fact much more stronger. And Orochimaru was interested in Naruto, but was too scared because he would not even notice that if he was in a Genjutsu or not. That is how dangerous Naruto has gotten now. Because even with the Sharingan and the Curse Seal, even the Orochimaru soul within the seal was not able to pick up that if it was a Genjutsu or not. Neither was Sasuke. On return, Sasuke was given back and was permanently imprisoned to make sure that he would not be able to run off again with his chakra sealed off properly by the help of Jiraiya. When everybody seemed to be over, that is when the Akatsuki knocked on the door with the help of Orochimaru. They ambushed Naruto while he was on a mission, but Naruto placed them in the Genjutsu, but was able to slit the throats of only the core members. Two of them escaped, one masked person claiming to be Tobi and the other one being Zetsu, while the everyone else was killed and Naruto claimed their bounties and returned back and debriefed Tsunade of what has happened. Jeez, kid, you could have told us that you needed backup. I was in a tough situation. It was either do or die. But I have a work put out for them. Once Jiraiya finds out where they are, I'm gonna reveal my biggest trump card. What? Infinite Genjutsu. The infinite loop, where they cannot get out of it, no matter how hard they try. I took inspiration from one of the Uchihas who has gone wrong and who I killed. Who? Itachi? Yeah. His technique in which he was able to torture a person for 1000 years. I would place them in a Genjutsu for 10,000 years in their own mind. Well, in reality, only a minute would have gone by. As everyone gulped, I don't even want to talk about it. That sounds so wrong and so dangerous. I know, right? That is why I created it and never used it up until now. But what Naruto did not realize was that Jiraiya would not return, but a toad would. Jiraiya was able to find out the hideout and everything, but also about the bigger threat, the Ten Tails as well as the Zetsu army. Meaning a war was coming. And a great shinobi war level 4. But Naruto didn't care about that. What he cared about was that Jiraiya, the person he liked, something akin to his family, was dead. Because of them, Naruto went to war. On the way, he crafted a technique. A berserker technique. Once arrived there, Naruto literally used both Fuinjutsu and Genjutsu to create a realistic Genjutsu that automatically created a realistic world. A mirror world at which Naruto threw them as prison. Meaning whatever they do, they cannot get out of it. Never. And even the whole army, the mirror world Genjutsu, after being casted, which Naruto named it, was trapped into the mirror world. And once that, Naruto used the destroy, causing it to be destroyed on its own, killing them within it and everything that was mirrored. Naruto stood there, where the army was supposed to be, and even the Ten-Tail Husk. And for the first time, the Kyuubi spoke from within. You know what you have done? I have avenged my family. That is what I have done. No, you have disrupted the balance. That was a part of us, all the Bijus. I don't give a damn about you all. What I cared about is nobody gets to fuck with me and live. And that is what happened here. Naruto returned, and his escapades and this misadventure was recorded as well. Someone saw and did, and they made sure that everyone was aware. Naruto from that day onwards was off limits, because they realized Naruto was such a strong Genjutsu master that he was capable of replicating the real world, and trapping people within it and destroying it. And that in itself was such a horrifying event that they and their loved ones, which were mirrored there, would have to die, while being trapped and could not be able to get out. And that is why Naruto was something special. Rank G. Purple G. Meaning God level threat. Not to engage, not to interfere, not to interrupt, never to intervene in his matters. Naruto returned, but decided that the work life, it was over for good, because everyone feared him, and so he decided to settle in and become a teacher, to pass down the techniques and make sure that more Konohan learned the true arts that made him a legend that was feared across the whole elemental nation, the true god of shinobi, with the help of genjutsus and a knife, nothing else. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Apollo Uchiha channel as well. It's more like a short movie, so I'm just gonna call it a short movie. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this short movie, as this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.